Welcome to Man to Man coverage. I'm Suraj Zaveri, joined as always by Kevin Kim and Geoffrey Aji. And today we will also be joined by Darren Tsang, who will be giving us some of his analysis as well. So let's
Hey,
get right into it. What's up, Darren?
hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, great. Glad that
This,
you could come on the show.
yeah.
Yesterday, the NFL schedule for the upcoming season was released, and you may be wondering, why is this so important? Well, let me tell you why. First of all, we're in quarantine, so we're still bored. All of our favorite sports have been canceled, except UFC 249, which is still going on this weekend. And secondly, we already might have known which teams were playing each other, but we didn't know when and where. We didn't know which matchups were going to be on prime time, when we were going to see Thursday night, what we were going to see Sunday night and Monday night. So now that we have that, we actually, as fans, have some hope and some concrete timings for these games. Now, if you don't know how the NFL schedule works, there's 16 games. 6 are in the division. You play each team in your division twice, and then you play one other division in the opposite conference, one division in your own conference, and then 2 more in-conference games with the remaining teams in that conference. So it sounds a bit complicated, but that's why we have the NFL schedule to organize this for us. So Darren, let's get to you first with this release of the NFL schedule. Which primetime matchup are you looking forward to the most?
I mean, I'm looking at Week 9, Saints at Buccaneers. I don't think there's been a lot of times in the NFL's history where you have two legendary quarterbacks in the same division going at it, you know. And it's just, at Tampa Bay, we've already at this point the Saints have already played them in the Superdome, and then you're going down the stretch, playoff implications, start in November. November is a time where teams, the teams, the good teams get separated from the bad teams, and who's gonna be, what's the playoff picture gonna be like. And I think that at that time, I think that's probably going to be the game that decides the division at that point for NFC South.
That early, you think it could decide the
I
division?
think so, with Tom Brady and let's not forget the Tampa Bay Buccaneers went 7-9 last season. They're only maybe 3 games from the playoffs, and if Jameis Winston doesn't throw 30 interceptions and give the other team like 120 points, I think they make the playoffs. So with the amount of weapons that he has, with Tom Brady, who does not throw interceptions, I think that's going to be a real dogfight by the time that November rolls around.
Yeah, and it's also on Sunday Night Football, which is, I'm sure it's going to be so much fun to watch. Kevin, Geoffrey, what about you guys?
Well, that's obviously the game that I'm most looking forward to. But other than that, I'm looking for the Texans-Chiefs game, not only because it's the first game of the year, but we also get to see if the Texans, how badly the Texans messed up, or maybe they might have made a good move by moving off of Hopkins, and we get to see if the Super Bowl contenders, the Chiefs, are still going to be a solid team who are going to be good Super Bowl contenders again this season.
Well, let me tell you what's going to happen with that matchup, Geoffrey. The Texans are going to get blown out by the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to prove that they are the defending champions. The Texans are a mismanaged team. Bill O'Brien is one of the most terrible GMs in the NFL. Just prepare to watch the Texans get destroyed. Yeah, they had Deshaun Watson, so I expect them to stay competitive, but it's really not going to be close. The game I'm really looking forward to is the Saints versus the Vikings on Christmas Day. As a Saints fan, I hate the Vikings franchise. And honestly, they have ruined our dreams over and over again. The 2017 season, well, really in 2018 because the playoffs was the year after, they ruined us. But we got revenge. And in the regular season, the season after, and, they ruined our season 2020 January. And now it's our chance to go back, invite them back to the Superdome. If we have fans in stadium, it's gonna be loud. It's gonna be hostile. We're gonna hate the Vikings. I can already feel the energy in the Superdome. and we're going to send Kirk Cousins home. We're going to send the Vikings home crying. They're not going to enjoy their Christmas Day. They're going to have the coal in their socks because the Saints are going to send them home. But I wanted to go back to Darren's point for a second. I think a lot of people are forgetting about the Atlanta Falcons. So many people are so quick to say it's either the Saints or the Buccaneers, who obviously are the favorites. But, you can't discount the Falcons. The Falcons looked like a lost team last year, but then they came out of nowhere, went 7-9, saved Dan Quinn's job. And now they made really solid additions. They get back a lot of players who they lost to injury. I think the Falcons are really, a dark horse team to watch out for next year. I don't think they're going to win the NFC South, but I don't think we should be too quick to discount the Falcons. And we just need to look at the NFC South in perspective. Brady versus Breeze, that's like the ultimate matchup we have been waiting for, right? In 2018, 2019, we were this close to a Brady versus Breeze Super Bowl. Like, that is a matchup of the ages, and the NFL and the league office embarrassed the entire world with their mismanagement. They didn't own up to their blown call right away. Bill Vinovich, he should never ref another game in his career ever again. Now we're gifted with Brady versus Breeze twice a year. I can't wait.
Yeah, those are some strong opinions there with Bill Vinovich. I totally understand the argument for obviously the refs, and they blew the call. And also about the Falcons, that was a great point, because the actual historic rivalry in that division, the NFC South, is between the Saints and the Falcons. The past whatever years, if you look at it long term, the main matchups have come between Drew Brees and Matt Ryan, because those were the two main quarterbacks in that division. So now, like, the Buccaneers are joining the race, and it's definitely going to be a really competitive division. But going back to like the primetime matchups, the one I'm looking at is Week 3, Monday Night Football, Chiefs at Ravens. I think that's a great one.
Wow.
Yeah, last 2 years, the Ravens have gone to Arrowhead and they've lost twice. So now that they're going to be in Baltimore.
And both have been close games where, like, Lamar comes back towards the end and it's just, like, not enough. So I think, the 1 and 2 seeds from last year, the Titans did beat the Ravens, but if the Ravens would have made it to the AFC Championship, who knows what would have happened. We got the MVP going against the Super Bowl champs.
Honestly, Lamar Jackson versus Patrick Mahomes, that's going to be that, ultimate premier matchup for the next decade or so. But the thing about the Ravens, I think personally they're going to take a step back this year. And I know that's going to be an exciting matchup. But at the end of the day, like, we've got to appreciate the Drew Brees and Tom Brady while we have it. These are Hall of Fame all-time greats. I'm just going to cherish watching players like them and players like Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger, because their career is going to be over very soon.